So let me go back to my screen over here. Make sure this is shared. Sharing this here. All right, so Tesla. So we started last Thursday on the idea of buying stock in the company. The way wealthy people make money is they allow their money to work for them. They're not just going to work and making money and making income and saving it. All their money that's saved, they put it into stock. They put it into different investment vehicles, real estate, stocks, bonds, mutual funds. So before class ends this summer, my idea is just to get you acquainted with these ideas. This is a personal finance class at the high school level. All I want you to know is just the basics of stocks. Okay? So, Tesla. Notice how the price is constantly changing. Okay, notice it keeps hovering. Now it's 33 cents, 11. It's constantly changing. The stock market opened at 9:30 this morning in New York. Okay? Which is 6:30 our time, or Pacific time. So 6:30 our time, 9:30 their time, and it closes at 4 o'clock Eastern time in New York, which is 1 o'clock in the afternoon our time. And so since the market opened, notice you could just hover over this and it tells you the price. So right here, look at right when the market opened at 9, look, it gives you the time too. Right at 9, let me see if I can keep my cursor over it. So look at 9:30 a.m. One share was $607.98. It's gone up about $5. Notice. Now it's $612.30. So let's say you bought 100 of these, you would have made $50 if you sold them right now. If you bought them at 9:30 and sold them right now, you would have made, let's see, 12, yeah, about $50 in a let's see, a couple hours. Just by selling it. This is how day traders do it. Now, $50 is $50. Day traders will buy thousands of something and sell it the same day to make maybe a couple $100 here and there. And then after the day ends, they've made a couple $1,000s. You call those day traders. What I want you to understand is that this is a way to make money. Okay, the stock market. This is a way of investing. This is a way your interest compounds. Okay? So, today what you're going to do is you're going to pick a company from the S&P 500. The S&P 500, notice on the upper left right here? The S&P 500, you probably heard that before. These are just they're a list of 500 companies that are used to kind of measure the health of the economy. Another one would be the Dow Jones Industrials. That's the Dow 30. That's a list of 30 companies. Or the NASDAQ. Notice right here. So the NASDAQ's right here. The Dow Jones Industrials right here. The Russell 2000. So these are just a list of companies that are used to kind of measure the health or sickness of the economy. That's all they are. And remember, a company that's publicly traded is a company that the masses of people like us can have an ownership in. That's the big idea right now, is you can own a company if you buy stock in a company. And if that stock goes up, you're entitled to the benefits of selling it and making a profit. But as you own it, before you sell it, as you own that stock, you're part owner of that company. That's how stocks work. So, today what you're going to do is, notice if I go to C51, notice we're actually starting credit 5 today. So what we're going to do today is you're going to go to the S&P 500 companies right here. And notice, here's a list of the 500 companies. Look at Apple's one of them. Amazon, all these, right? Okay. Visa, Home Depot. You're gonna pick one company, and I'm going to give you $10,000 play money. You're going to pretend you have $10,000, and you're going to use all that $10,000 in buying one stock, and you're just going to follow that stock till the year ends, unless you want to sell it later on, tomorrow or something. But what you're going to do is you're going to take $10,000 and you're going to buy one stock, as many shares as you can with $10,000. So let's say I wanted to buy Facebook. Okay? So notice Facebook. Here's a ticker symbol. The ticker symbol is just the symbol that's used in the stock market. Every company has a ticker symbol. So notice Tesla's that I just showed you. Tesla's ticker symbol was TSLA. It's right there in parentheses, right here. Okay? Every company has a ticker symbol. And notice Apple's ticker symbol is AAPL. Microsoft is MSFT. Okay? So what I'm going to do, let me show you what you're going to do later on today. I'm going to buy some Microsoft stock. Okay? And notice the price for each share is $245. I'm going to give you $10,000 to spend on any one stock. So you have to buy as many stocks possible with the $10,000 of just one company. So right now it's $245.76. Okay? $245.76. Let me make sure that's right. Let me see if that's updated. MSFT. There we are. So Microsoft. So it's gone up a little bit from that other web page. So right now it's updated as 246.09. Okay? And notice, right here I could figure out the behavior of the stock. I don't want to buy a stock if it's really expensive right now comparatively to a few days ago. So notice, if I go 5-day behavior, it tells me how it's been behaving for 5 days. A 5-day window. Look at since Wednesday. What's the price like? Look, it even gives the time. So on Friday, last Friday, it was $252.49 a share. It's dropped to $246.08 right now. Notice. Even tells you the time, the price. That's 5-day. Look at. I can even look at it for 1 month ago. How was it behaving 1 month ago, the Microsoft stock? How about 6 months ago? So it's gone up since 6 months. Notice in November of just last year, it was $216.21, and now it's at $246. So Microsoft is doing better. The stock is going up. Okay, how about year to date? 1 year from now. Okay? How about 5 years? Look how it's just steadily gone up, Microsoft. Look at 5 years ago, it was $57.60 a share, and now it's almost $250. So let's say you owned 100 shares of stock 5 years ago and you kept them. Notice how much the stock is worth now. So whatever company you're going to choose, you want to pick one that's not, you want to look at this behavior for 5 years. You want to pick one where it's not too expensive. You want to pick one that's maybe on the down. Okay? And my challenge to you is, if you make a profit by the time the last day of school, you don't have to take the final. You get an A on the final if you can make a profit. That's my challenge to you. So let's just say I'm going to buy some Microsoft stock, $246.25. Right now, yeah, $246.25. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the C51. Right here. The investment challenge here. Okay, if you click on that, it takes you to this window. And so I put the date, I'm going to put the company name, Microsoft. This is what you're going to do. So right now I'm picking Microsoft. You pick any one of those 500 companies from the S&P 500. So I'm picking Microsoft, and I'm going to put the ticker symbol in parentheses, MSFT. The price per share was $246.34, I think. Let me just make sure. So $246.26 now. Okay, $246.26. Now, how many? If I have $10,000, how many can I buy at $246.26? Let me do the math here. Watch this. So I have 10 grand. So I'm going to take $10,000. I'm going to divide it by 246.26. Let's see how many 246.26s I can buy with $10,000, because that's how much money you're going to pretend you have. So let me get my calculator here. $10,000. Again, I'm modeling what you're going to do with the stock you pick. $10,000 divided by 246.26. I get 40.6 blah blah blah. So that means I can only buy 40 shares. I can't go 41. I'll end up going over $10,000. So I can buy 40 shares. So let's see, 246.26 times 40. It's going to come out to $985, or $9,850.40. So I'm going to buy 40 shares. Okay, you're going to buy as many as you can with the 10,000 I give you. That's what you're going to start off with. So let me go back to my screen. Where are we at? Let me share this. Go to the investment challenge. So 40 shares. Oops. Change that. There we go. So 40 shares. And it automatically tells me how much the value is. Notice $9,850.40. Tomorrow, if you want to sell them and make a profit, you're welcome to do that tomorrow. But you can only do one transaction per day. But you're just going to pick one for today, and that'll be it. Okay? That's one of your main objectives for today. You're going to pick one company from the S&P 500. Study the behavior. You don't want to buy one that's all expensive now, because then you're going to end up losing money. You're not going to make any money. Your goal is to make a profit of any value, and you don't have to take the final at the end of this month. So let me see here. So I'm looking at C51 here. So look at the missions for C51. Take notes on Zoom. I'm going to go over a few examples right now. You're going to do a grade check and credit check. You should have 4 credits now, because notice we're starting credit 5 now, the last credit. We're done. We're on the last credit. You should have 4 credits exactly by today. That doesn't mean you do have that. You're going to take a look at how much what your grades are and what your credit is. So here's your credit check and grade check. That's the second mission, and then you're going to fill out the investment challenge table like I just went over. This investment challenge, you're going to just fill out the first row, and then you're done with C51. Okay? C52 is just a few practice problems based on today's notes. You're only going to do numbers 3 through 9. If you just do 2 of them correctly, you get a 1. 4 of them correctly, you get a 2. You don't have to do all the problems. Just do 2 and you get a 1, and you can move on. If you're in a hurry, you just want to get a 1 and get your credit and move on to another assignment, just do a couple of problems right and you're good. Something to think about if you're in a hurry. So C51, C52, 2 activities today. Notice the T is for Tuesday. Let's get into our notes. So, go go ahead and get just a note paper out. I'm just gonna go over a few examples of how to buy stock. Okay. So let's get into example 1. If I can find it here. Here we are. Here you go. Here's example 1 and 2. So go ahead and copy down example 1. You own 150 shares of Timco stock. Notice that's a ticker symbol. Okay, I'm not sure what company that is. Doesn't matter right now. What you purchased at $36.21 per share, you paid a commission of $29.95. So right here, for both of these, we're going to find the total spent, or the total paid, I'll put. So go ahead and write it down. Let's talk about these 2 examples. I'll give you about a minute to write 1 and 2 down here. All right, so those of you taking notes on Zoom right now, the 2 examples I'm going to do are slightly different. Go to the buying stock video and watch that for the 2 examples, okay? So stop, this video is about to end. Go to the buying stock, it says 12.3 buying stock video, and take notes on the 2 examples there. One of them's the same, but another one's slightly different, so I apologize for the first example. Give that a shot. So go ahead and finish your notes for this session on the 12.3 buying stock video.